Before you buy land in Texas and try to live off-grid, there are a few things you absolutely need to understand. In this video, we're breaking down land prices and zoning laws, the real climate risks you'll face, energy options like solar and wind, water sourcing and rain harvesting, soil quality and food production, heating and sanitation systems, and what rural community life is actually like. Texas can be one of the best states in America for off-grid living, but only if you plan it correctly. And this is just the overview. If you want far more detail, grab our full Texas off-grid guide. You can find it through the link in our bio or at offgridguides.io. Now, let's get into it. Texas is massive. With 254 counties, each region offers its own version of off-grid life. On paper, Texas looks like a dream for self-reliant living. From the deserts of West Texas to the forests of the East, land here is still surprisingly affordable. According to the USDA, Texas farm real estate averages around $2,800 per acre. Rural pasture land often runs between $2,200 and $2,700 per acre. Even the statewide average across all land types recently hovered around $5,000 per acre. Of course, land near major cities costs more. In the piney woods, pasture may range from $2,500 to $5,000 per acre. Northeast of Dallas, you might see prices between $7,500 and $15,000 per acre. But in truly remote areas, you're generally looking at a few $1,000s per acre, not the inflated numbers you sometimes see online. One of Texas's biggest advantages is minimal rural zoning. The state itself does not zone land, and counties generally cannot impose full zoning restrictions. They can regulate road access and subdivisions, but large stretches of rural Texas have very few land use limitations beyond septic and building codes. That means you often have flexibility to build a tiny home, cabin, earthship, or even live in an RV, as long as you comply with local health and well regulations. Texas also actively supports rainwater collection. No homeowners association can ban rain barrels, and rainwater harvesting equipment is tax-exempt under state law. Climate and hazards. Texas weather is diverse and sometimes extreme. Summers across the state are hot. Daytime highs frequently reach the mid-90s, and in West Texas, it's common to see temperatures over 100 degrees. Winters are generally mild, with freezing days mostly limited to the Panhandle and higher elevations. Rainfall varies dramatically depending on where you are. East Texas receives roughly 40 to 55 inches of rain per year, but far West Texas, especially near Big Bend, may see less than 12 inches annually. In other words, rain barrels make more sense in East Texas. In the drier regions, deeper wells or water hauling may be necessary. Severe weather is another factor. The Gulf Coast, including areas near Galveston and Corpus Christi, faces hurricane risk. Central and North Texas can experience tornadoes. Inland regions deal with droughts and heat waves. Agriculture is widespread in parts of the High Plains and Panhandle, so groundwater contamination from fertilizers or pesticides is something to monitor. Nitrates, and in some areas even PFAS, sometimes called forever chemicals, have been detected in certain rural wells. Many off-grid Texans rely on deep wells with proper filtration or rainwater systems to avoid surprises. Energy options. If you play to its strengths, Texas offers excellent energy potential. Solar is the obvious choice. With more than 200 sunny days per year in many regions, solar panels perform extremely well. Texas is one of the top solar-producing states in the country. While extreme heat can slightly reduce panel efficiency, the overall annual output is strong, especially in open areas of West Texas and the Panhandle. Wind is another major advantage. Texas has led the nation in wind energy production for over 17 years. The High Plains, including areas near Lubbock, have steady, powerful winds. For homesteads, most off-grid systems combine solar arrays with battery storage and a propane or gasoline backup generator. Small wind turbines are possible if you have space and proper permits, but they're less common due to upfront cost. Micro-hydro systems are generally not practical in Texas due to limited mountain streams. If you run livestock, small biogas digesters can work, though they're rare. Statewide, biomass makes up only a tiny fraction of total energy production. For most off-grid Texans, solar is the backbone. Water supply. Texas is particularly friendly toward rainwater harvesting. No permit is required for most residential cistern systems, and state law even mandates that certain public buildings allow rain collection. In wetter regions, a few 1,000-gallon tanks can sustain a household for significant portions of the year. Groundwater is the primary source for most rural properties. Texas follows what's called the rule of capture, meaning landowners generally control the groundwater beneath their land. However, new wells must typically be registered with the local groundwater conservation district. Water quality varies by region. Testing for nitrates, bacteria, heavy metals, and PFAS is essential. Most off-grid systems include filtration or UV purification for safety. Surface water is rarely used directly due to permitting requirements and purification challenges. Agriculture and gardening. Soil conditions vary widely. Central and West Texas often have alkaline, caliche-heavy soil. East Texas commonly has acidic, sandy soils beneath pine forests. A soil test is critical before planting. East Texas soils may require lime. Alkaline soils in the west may need sulfur or gypsum. With irrigation and proper amendments, gardens can thrive. Many homesteaders focus on heat-tolerant crops like okra and sweet potatoes, and use shade cloth during peak summer months. Chickens, goats, and sheep are common small livestock options. Chicken manure makes excellent fertilizer. Rotational grazing helps maintain healthy pastures and can support cattle for beef or dairy. Fruit and nut trees, including pecan, peach, apple in cooler zones, and fig or citrus in warmer areas, can provide long-term food security once established. Heating and sanitation. Heating costs are relatively low compared to northern states, but winter nights can still dip below freezing. Wood stoves and propane heaters are common rural solutions. Solar water heaters and passive solar home design can significantly reduce propane use. For sanitation, septic systems remain the standard for rural homes and require county health permits. Certified composting toilets are also allowed under Texas regulations, provided they meet required standards. Some homesteads incorporate biogas digesters for waste management. Gray water reuse for gardens is often legal when properly filtered. In short, you have options, from conventional septic systems to hands-on eco-friendly solutions. Community and safety. Rural Texas communities are known for independence, but also neighborliness. Crime rates in rural areas are generally much lower than in urban centers. However, property theft can still occur, so basic security measures like cameras, dogs, and proper lighting are wise. Employment opportunities are typically tied to ranching, agriculture, local service industries, or remote work. Final thoughts. Texas is not an effortless off-grid destination. You'll face intense heat, periodic drought, and the occasional major storm. But in exchange, you get affordable land, abundant sun and wind, minimal zoning restrictions, and a long-standing culture of independence. With proper planning, especially around water, energy, and weather resilience, Texas can be one of the most practical and rewarding places in America to live off-grid. If you're prepared to meet its challenges, it offers real opportunity.